Hey, welcome to Quick Looks with the Casual Hour. My name is Bobby. Joining me is the gamer on the go and best friend, Chase Kinnicky. We're going to be checking out Ridiculous Fishing EX. And I hope you're ready to get ridiculous, Chase.
I think somebody's fishing for compliments here.
Not well, I don't. If you know how we're gonna fish today, you would not want me to catch you. So, Chase, this is weird. I did not think that in the year of our Lord and Savior 2023 we would be talking about this game.
Yeah, I wouldn't think that 10 years after a mobile game releases, we would get a updated free release, especially if it's from a developer who is now defunct.
Yeah.
But the what happened here is that Vlambeer, the original developer, a two-man team here of Rami and Jan or Jan, I think it's Jan. They've decided to stop being a developer, go their separate ways, and do some other stuff. But they made some really great games in their time, and one of them, I don't think it was their first one, but pretty close to their first one, was Ridiculous Fishing, a game that came out in March of 2013, and was a huge success. So much of a success that it got multiple clones, ripoffs on the App Store. There was a whole thing about people being ripped off on the App Store, and then threes in 2048 came out, and we had to have the conversation all over again. But yeah, it's 2023 now. Specifically July of 2023, and this game is out again.
With some additions.
Yeah, it's got a new coat of paint. It's got some new mechanics to it, some new fish. And Bobby, you tell me if this is right, because Apple on their website says that launch was July 9th, 2023, but a launch day update was July 13th, 2023. I don't think you can do a launch and a launch day update on the same day. So when did this game actually come out?
I think it was just a few days ago. So today's the 14th, 15th?
Yeah. So
yeah, I got the notification that it was available because I had it like pre-installed or whatever through Apple Arcade. So I think it was just a few days ago. I don't think it was the 9th.
Okay. So yeah, let's call it the 13th. And then, yes, as you mentioned, this is an Apple Arcade game, so you have to have Apple Arcade to play it, the subscription. That is $5 a month, correct?
That is $5 a month with that service. That's across all their shit, so that's like iPad, iPhone, all that stuff.
Yeah, and Apple Arcade, I know we talked about it when it first came out. It seemed like it had some really cool games on it. I feel like people have stopped talking about a lot of Apple Arcade stuff in more recent times, and Ridiculous Fishing EX seems to be one of the games that is kind of getting people to go, oh yeah, that's a thing still, I guess.
Yeah, so I think this one just feels like incredibly unique to the. I'm just trying to get a little bit money here really quick. It feels very unique to me as a time and place. Like, this is where I think people kind of started to take the App Store a little bit more serious when it came to games. Like, this one felt like it had the trappings of what you would. This is hard with a controller. Jesus Christ.
I can imagine. You're talking about the original, yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's very different for me to like look at this. I think you had like Angry Birds, you had Cut the Rope. And while those had trappings of what you would want, or I guess understand from mobile gaming at the time, this one felt very much like it was giving you a quality experience while recognizing the platform it was on.
It kind of went from, oh, these are fun time wasters that all cost 99 cents on my phone, to, oh, my phone's got games.
Yeah, totally, man. Like, this was really cool too because it was a game that did use like a gyroscope on your phone to move because I'm using a controller today, but at the time you would move your phone left and right or tilt it, and that would allow you to move your line down and not have that. And you're tapping your screen where the fish are, hence my comment, oh, this is hard with a controller. Then let's just pause there for a quick second, because with Apple Arcade there are a few rules. You have to be able to put this across a while, like their whole ecosystem. So this needs to work on a phone, an iPad, an Apple TV, and a Mac. And with that, you need to be able to have a controller support. So we're playing this today we're capturing this off of a MacBook Pro, and I've been playing it primarily on my phone, and I think that's where I would prefer to continue playing it. But it's nice that we have this option to play it that way, and I'm using an 8BitDo Bluetooth controller to do all this, so it's a little bit more unique. Rather than tilting my phone, I'm using the thumbstick to guide, and then I'm also using the thumbstick plus the A button here to shoot the fish. And let's talk a little bit about the loop of this game, Chase, because I hope most people know what this game is, but if you're a newcomer, allow me to tell you that this is one of the more satisfying game loops, I think, that you can get into. You're fishing and shooting and selling. I think those are like the 3 tent poles, yes?
Yeah, I would agree.
You're also going in here to do your upgrades. They've added one thing here. You've got Big Bok now, Chase. And it's basically their take on a TikTok. And they've done like all these animations for it, and they've got some chefs cooking fish, other people who are just capturing fish talking about it. They've done a pretty clever and I think neat update to bring a little lore-esque elements into this.
So this is all just fun bullshit. Like there's no.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So far that I've seen. Now maybe they'll have you start to post. I haven't gotten that far on it. But there's a few other things to unlock here as well. We're playing this very early, by the way. This is the very beginning of the game for anybody who's curious. We've got a few upgrades already. I've done the upgrades here to the line. This is going to allow you to go deeper as you progress. You also have,
and when you go deeper, there are more expensive, rare fish.
Oh yeah,
further down. So you want to get the line longer. Next you see guns there, like you're just using the pistol at the moment, but if you get these other guns that you can shoot better and are able to catch the fish better.
Yes. It's uncanny, man, how much I'm just now realizing that because I've been pretty obsessed with Dave the Diver, how much of a loop is there, because you're fishing, you also have guns in that, you're bringing the fish back and selling them. I mean, it's very similar in that sense, but this is one of my favorite things to get. We're going to grab the chainsaw lure. So this upgrade's going to come in, and we're going to drop that off. And if you've not seen the original Ridiculous Fishing, it was more of a pixel base. They've added some nice 3D depth to the overhaul here, like a complete visual overhaul of the game. So now we're going to cast in here, and I've got the chainsaw that will allow us to just go right through fish and get that money. Also, it gets you out of some tight spots if you find yourself about to run out of room. We just hit a new record depth, which is awesome.
So normally with the mechanics of this game, what you do is you run down, you let your line go down, and you want to avoid as many fish as possible, because hitting a fish means you're going to stop and now come back up like Bobby is now. But when you come back up, you're also trying to hook as many fish as you can on the way back, and then they all fly up like this, and you have to shoot them to actually catch them to get the money from them.
Yes.
Now, one of the things that you caught right up there in the right there, that is jellyfish. You don't want to hit the jellyfish. You don't mind catching them, but anytime you kill a jellyfish, you lose money on that. So you only really want the real fishes with the scales and the tails and all that shit.
Yes. Give me the scales and tails, baby. I don't want none of the rest of it.
Yeah, that's what they say.
A species found is what you're going to be using to unlock. There's other maps that you can go to. So we need to find 3 more fish. Let me see if there's anything worth picking up with the money we have right now. I don't. Oh, fuck it. I'll get the hat. Why not?
Yeah.
We'll look a lot better here.
Just some fun cosmetics.
Put that on. All right, now this is fishing, baby. All right, so we're gonna go back down and see if we can find 3 more species and maybe show off some stormy seas, and then let you all get back to fishing on your own. There are one thing I'll call out. So I used to work for Apple, and I've got a lot of stuff in that ecosystem. I've been moving away from it as I've removed myself from the company, but I'll call out that it. How do I want to say this? I think that playing this on a computer is not the way I'd want to do it. I don't know if that's where I was
Yeah,
going with that.
That's fair. That's fair. I remember playing this a lot on my phone, and I think when I first got my iPad, I loaded it back up to see the pixels on an even bigger screen. But yeah, this is a game that was made with touch interface
Yes.
in mind, and that is still the best way to play it. So
Yeah.
don't be like Bobby in this instance where he has to do it for the quick look.
Do it for science. Do it for love.
Yes. Do it the way that was intended to do, and play this game on a touch device of some sort. It is also I don't know if the EX, I guess it's not actually if this is Apple Arcade, but the original is on Android phones as well. So if you have an Android phone, you can play the original game. The original game still incredible.
Yes.
And because this came out does not mean the old game is gone. This is making me just want to go back and play the original because I have that and I don't have Apple Arcade. But
I do know where I was going with that a moment ago.
Yeah,
we have the Apple One subscription, and that basically gets you more online storage. It gets you all their other apps and shit like Apple TV and stuff. It's for my family. We pay $30 a month, and that gets everybody all these things. So it's there's plenty of ways to do it. They do have promotions for Apple Arcade all the time. But if you've never used it, there are some cool games on there. Like this is one of the, I'm just gonna call it, this is one of the best games on the service. This is in my opinion, sign up for service game. This is the one that I think people will definitely want to check out if you are on the fence. It's absolutely worth $5 to check this out. Now, to your point, Chase, there's some really great ways to play this already. You should explore those.
Well, not to play this, to play the original Ridiculous Fishing, but if you want to play EX with all the new stuff, or you just kind of want to go back and play Ridiculous Fishing again, this is the best way of doing that, and that is an Apple Arcade only, which is fine. And you know what? If you do get Apple Arcade and you spend your $5 a month, even if you just do a trial or just try to do it for a month and see what you like. There are lots of cool things on there. Mini Motorways is another game that I love.
Everybody Golf, or no, Clap Hands Golf. Is that what one was called?
Clap Hands Golf is the new title for that one. Yeah.
What was the Square Enix one?
Yep, that's the one I was gonna say.
Not the Daydream or whatever that one was called, but
no, absolutely not. The Fantasian, I believe.
Yeah,
is
that one's really neat.
Yeah, Fantasian's a cool JRPG made by one of the guys who worked on the original Final Fantasies. There's lots of cool stuff, for sure. So if you are interested in just playing Ridiculous Fishing, I'd say, you know what, give Apple 1 month of your money and play this to your heart's content. I doubt this is going to take you more than a month to complete, because it is a game that, at least the original, a game that you could finish. I assume you can also finish the game here.
Yeah.
But man, I remember spending a lot of time playing.
Oh yeah, man. This is bringing me back to some really cool places. Oh shit, that's not though.
I seem to remember the very first PAX East I went to. I can't remember what year it was, but I remember I played a lot of Ridiculous Fishing waiting for panels to start when I'm just standing in lines and I'm like, all right, hey, you know what? Yeah, hey guys, why don't you delay the panel by another 15 minutes? I'm doing some fishing over here, please.
It reminds me, I don't know, like I think maybe out of the gang here on the show, I was more of the willing to try or put up with maybe mobile gaming stuff. Like I was really there for a while early in our show, bringing a lot of those games to our conversation. And I just remember at this time, 2013 especially, like the amount of optimism that was kind of around what games could become on phones, and then how we were sorely mistaken.
And I think that's really been it for me, because I certainly played a lot of mobile games back in college and 2015ish, like we were talking about. But when we started our show, I think I was just burned out from mobile games. I got really disappointed in the offerings, that they weren't as diverse and interesting and as good as they were at one point. And I think also I just changed a little bit. I didn't have as many opportunities where I wanted to play a mobile game. I was not. I mean, especially when you get to something like COVID, then it's, well, why do I need to play a game on the go? Because I'm not on the go. I'm either at home or I'm at work once they made us come back to work, and that's that's kind of about it.
Yep. I'm just gonna get a few more upgrades here. We're not gonna run any more on it, Chase, but we did get the Stormy Seas on this, and we can upgrade to a 300-meter depth for 500. But I think I need to invest in a better gun.
Yeah.
So I've got that there, and the other thing we unlocked that I don't have enough money for right now is the spring, and that will just launch the fish up higher to give you more time to get everybody, which definitely comes in handy as you progress it. I also picked up this toaster. Well, I have a toaster on there. I don't know why I have a toaster. I didn't buy the toaster. That's strange. I have it on the mobile game that I picked up. But yeah, there's definitely a toaster on my rig.
Nice. Why don't you do one more quick one, just so we can see the auto pistol in action? So with the pistol, are you having to hit the button, or I guess in the other game you just tap the screen, but you have to tap it every time you want to shoot, right?
The pistol, when I played it on the phone, you just hold your thumb down and slide, or your finger, however you're playing it. So like, because I got the well, with the pistol, I'm sorry, yes, I'm tapping here.
Right. So that is the upgrade. It's like now it's just gonna go burr and hit some cool shit for you.
Yep. So we're gonna grab a fish and head back up, and then hopefully we'll be able to just show off that new machine gun, or SMG.
And you know what? I did say you wanted to avoid the jellyfish, but you do at least want to kill one of them and just take the money hit, because it goes into your Fishopedia or whatever.
Yep.
So it is worth it to kill one and then try to avoid them after that.
All right, yeah. So now we just hold and move, which works. This is much better on the.
I'm sure that's way better on a controller.
Yeah. Still sloppy, but having your finger be the vessel that you use there is much better.
Yep.
There's a jellyfish. Oh, totally. So we'll kill all these fish here, and then I'll just show off one thing on the Fishopedia.
Yeah, killing that puffer fish, it makes the thing explode. That's really good.
So we got some good money there. We've upgraded. Not bad. 6 species right out of the bat.
Yeah.
So let me back it up here, and I'll just show the Fishopedia once again that Chase is calling out, because we now have an upgrade to that. And you can see how many you've caught. You come down here to new. There's this turtle, piranha, eel, froggo, worm, gunpeen, and there's the storm jelly that Chase was talking about. You can see where it'll take 10 away from your pot whenever you kill one of those. It's great, man. This game's so good. I'm happy it's back. I am, not thrilled that this is tied to a subscription service, but maybe after a year or so, you'll see this get an update on the App Store proper. But Ridiculous Fishing EX is out. It's on Apple Arcade only. Chase, you did a really great job highlighting where people can still play it if you're not tapped into that ecosystem. But it's cool that this is getting a fresh coat of paint, and more people are probably becoming aware of this game that maybe didn't know about it. Because, as you called out, I think there's still a lot of people playing mobile games. It's one of the biggest places, so I don't want to say that. Sure. But I think that the type of people...
I play Hold Down every day. I'm still playing mobile games all the time. I've just kind of found my small subset, and that's those are the ones that I play.
Totally.
But yeah, I'm very jealous of the people with Apple Arcade, and I'm considering re-getting Apple Arcade more than I ever have before, solely for this game.
Yeah, man, I think that's the cool thing about this game. It has that type of power for sure. Yeah. It's very fucking good.
Now, unfortunately, I do want to mention, if you are excited about this and go like, oh man, I'm excited at what Vlambeer comes up with next. They've said this was a one-time deal coming back. They're they're still not a developer. They're still going to stay defunct. We're not going to get like a super crate box EX, unfortunately.
Oh damn!
We're not going to get I'm trying to remember the Nuclear Throne EX. My favorite one was the World War II shooter. I can just look all this stuff up real quick.
And I think Rami's been talking a little bit on Twitter about like all the things that kind of went into it. I think that there's even some stuff with music that got enhanced. There's a laundry list of things that have been improved on this game. If you've never played it, I would just encourage you to start here. I think this is probably the best way to play the game, if you have the means to.
I think yeah, I think Luftrausers. That's the World War II one. I really
Yeah,
like. That's still
that
my
was
favorite
good.
Vlambeer game, just in terms of the mechanics and how it kind of has you go through that. But Ridiculous Fishing's right up there. So yeah, unfortunately, Ridiculous Fishing EX is the new Vlambeer game we're gonna get for a very long while, if ever. But still really good.
Yeah, very, very good. And if you enjoy what we've had to say about this one, you can subscribe right here on our YouTube page. We do quite a bit here. Our quick looks we do twice a week, and you can follow along with Chase and I, sometimes Johnny, as we tell you a little bit about the games that we're enjoying. We also stream over on Twitch, which is twitch.tv/casual hour. We are live Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 10:30 p.m. Monday and Friday being gameplay, Wednesday night being when we do a live recording of our podcast, The Casual Hour. We also post that podcast wherever you listen to your podcast every Friday morning. We encourage you to like, subscribe there, as well as we've been doing that for 6 years and over 300 episodes to learn a little bit more about who we are and the games we like. And if you really wanted to hear more about games like Ridiculous Fishing, go back 6 years, or don't, please, and avoid those conversations when we used to talk a lot more about mobile games. But Chase, this has been a lot of fun to revisit this game with you specifically, as we weren't really, knowing each other at that point in time in our lives.
Yeah.
It's nice to be able to share this with you again, and we look forward to hearing your thoughts on what did you like from Ridiculous Fishing and what did you like about playing this one. So like, subscribe, follow along, and enjoy. We'll be back with more quick looks in the future. Take care.